Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the GamingTrouge here, and I have a course that I've been trying to get rid of for so many years. I have 2 copies of the same trash video game. Like, come on. Epic Mickey, the power of 2? Garbage. I need to cleanse myself with a Mickey Mouse game that isn't pure garbage. Huh. You know what? That's actually a good idea. This game should not be as hard as I think it is. Let's go and jump in. This game is garbage! Now, I've talked about bad Disney games before on the channel, and while this game's not inherently bad, it's more on the stupid difficult side that it might as well be bad. Not saying every game should basically be easy, but there has to be a fine line between being stupid difficult and being too easy. Unfortunately, today's topic is a game that goes the other option. Castle of Illusion for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, also through backwards compatibility with the Xbox One. I put so many hours into this game, and it is the hardest video game that I've played that isn't some sort of stupid ROM hack or a Japanese exclusive. Now, why did I decide to put all these hours into this game? Loneliness. No, it was because it was developed by Sega, of course. I'm just a Sega fanboy, just let me be! Okay, so for some context, this game was a remaster of a Sega Master System game. And going off of Game Facts, it seems that a lot of people actually enjoyed this game back in the day. And so as I returned to this game, I turned to Metacritic to help me see what I'm in for. This game is good, but not as great as Disney Infinity. Objectivity at its finest. Obviously, that kid's got some standards. If it can't beat Disney Infinity, then it's definitely not worth buying. Jump Force is a good game, but it doesn't compare to Disney Infinity. It ended up feeling formatic by modern day standards. Like you actually played the game! So overall, this seemed like a lot of people were mixed at this entire game. But that didn't stop Microsoft from making it backwards compatible on Xbox One, so it has to be good. Okay, I just beat Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, so it's time for me to play an actual Disney game. This right here is Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. So we start off with Mickey and Minnie walking around for a lovely picnic when all of a sudden, BAM! Kidnapping! This isn't original, this is the plot to Ghosts and Goblins! And who is she kidnapped by? None other than Miserable. Yep, that evil queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs actually has a name. The more you know. And as Mickey decides to run after her, basically copying the same scene from Castlevania, he is greeted by an old man that basically tells Mickey what he needs to do.
You must find the 7 rainbow gems that will create the fabled Rainbow Bridge.
Not only are you copying Ghosts and Goblins, but now the Chaos Emeralds and the Dragon Balls too. I mean, honestly, this game's story just follows the book to a T. Basically, you have to collect all 7 emeralds in order to save the girl at the end of the game. Not that that's inherently a bad thing, given that this is a remake of a Master System game, but at the same time, I feel like just adding a little bit more oomph to it all should have made it a lot better. There is a thing called playing it too safe. Now, before I get into the gameplay of this review, I just wanted to basically talk about a couple of things beforwards, like the graphics, which I both love and hate. Like, the models themselves look weird, like almost something straight out of a GameCube PS2 era game, not something I wanted to see on my Xbox 360. And 2, the voice acting is both good and bad. Obviously, we got the normal Mickey Mouse voices for the Mickey Mouse characters, but Miserable and whoever this old guy is annoying as heck. Like, for real, he'll be constantly giving you talking points throughout the entire game, and he just won't shut up. It actually got to the point where I actually ended up muting the game and just listening to a Black Mage Benjamin stream on the right side of the screen. And on the topic of that, the music of this game is not really good music. I mean, it's not inherently bad. I was bopping my head to some of these tracks, but it's definitely, in terms of Disney video games, not really one of their high points. I would take Epic Mickey's score any day. And now what I really want to talk about. This game. This game is a 2D platformer slash 3D platformer slash collectathon, I guess? I mean, you can collect stuff, but honestly, I didn't see any sort of progression as I was collecting stuff throughout this game. Basically, your main goals is to find an exit sign in the first 2 levels, and then the last level being a boss fight, while the wins repeat until you get all the gems, and then the final boss will start. And that sounds easy enough, and with some levels, it was actually pretty easy and had a good time playing through them. But then there will be other levels that'll make you go, ah! Do you know what the first red flag when I knew this game wasn't messing around? It was that stupid Jack-in-the-Box boss fight with its obnoxious Beyblade spinning boxing gloves of death. Warning you right now, if you plan on beating this game, you're going to see this screen a lot. Mickey's weight is definitely heavier than almost every other platformer I've ever played on the Xbox 360. Like every time I jump, it's basically a blind leap of faith if he has enough momentum to make another platform. And going through this entire world just didn't feel that fulfilling at the end of the day. It just did not feel like I accomplished something. It just felt like more of a sigh of relief than a whoopee. And the former half is something I do not wish upon anyone. Started this game in October and I finally ended it this month. It took me forever to get to this end part of the game, and when I got the last hit, I'm done! I beat him! He's done! Now Mickey saved the day and they go back living happily ever after.
Oh, the gem! Mickey, what's happening?
The castle was crumbling, but Mickey couldn't see a way out. What was this? Ms. Rebel was helping them escape?
Oh, I'm so done with the story! Long story short, basically Sega just decided to mess up a remake of one of their cult classics from the Master System days. Which, you know what, sounded like a good idea on paper, but the way they executed it was just so unneeded. Why did the difficulty have to be so hard to make it basically borderline unenjoyable? Why did it have to basically look the way it did? But at the end of the day, this is what they made, and a lot of people do seem to like it. But apparently it's also not as good as Disney Infinity. I mean, that comic can never be untouched. So I think I finally broke my curse now for having 2 Epic Mickey the Power of 2 games. I mean, literally, what else am I going to talk about? Ah!